In this video, we'll be making a custom cookie stamp like the one used to make these honeybee cookies. To get started, you'll need a pencil, a cookie cutter, some scissors, some paper, some polymer clay or any clay that you're used to working with, sculpting tools, and the Easy Mold silicone putty. First, you'll want to sketch out your design, and I like to start by tracing my cookie cutter. I want to be clear, you don't have to use a cookie cutter in order to do this. You can create your own custom shape, but then you'll be cutting out each of your cookies by hand, which can be a bit of a pain. So I like to try to find a cookie cutter that I already own that can be pretty easily adapted to whatever shape I'm currently making. So for this one, for example, I'm using an angel cookie cutter to make the honeybee shape, and when I make my cookies I'll just trim off a little excess at the bottom to make it look more like a bee. And an angel cookie cutter is actually pretty handy to have because you can use it for all sorts of winged creatures. Once you've got your design, just cut it out. And next we'll be creating basically a clay version of what you want your final cookie to look like. I'll be honest, this isn't really enough clay. I had already made my cookie stamp before I decided to make a video about how to make it, so I had used up all my clay. So the process is the same, but you'll want to roll out your clay cookie to be at least twice as thick as what mine is here. Then just trace out your design on your clay cookie, and then go back in and deepen all those lines. You want to make sure they're very visible because you'll lose some of that definition when you bake these up as cookies. And just follow the instructions for your clay to get it set. Next, we're going to be using the Easy Mold silicone putty, and it's actually really easy to use. You just take an equal amount of the purple and the white putty, and you can just eyeball that, mix them together, and then you'll have a few minutes to create your mold with it. This is probably a bit too much, but better to have too much than not enough. And after half an hour, it should be cured. And you've got a cookie stamp. You might have a little extra silicone on the edges, so just trim that off. And you're good to go. To see how I used this cookie stamp, please check out my video on my lemon honeybee cookies, inspired by the book The Starless Sea. I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy baking, everybody.